All right. If you are not interested in the wonderful information that's going to be happening in Hustle Camp, do not watch this live stream. There's no point because that's what I'm going to talk about. We got a lot of messages. Hey, Glendon, when they're going to raise the price? When they're going to raise the price? And I was just like, that's really the wrong way to look at this because what we're doing here is this is the end goal. Let me just, there we go. Well, let's get rid of that. The end goal, I'm going to make it nice and pretty and make sure it's spelled correctly, is, let's put 2 there, to make rich kids. Because I need to explain to you why I'm doing this, what's the end goal, what's the benefit for you, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, so that's the end goal. All right, pull this. This is not a hustle. And I have to be real clear about that because I get a lot of people. I saw so and so doing this. Is this like the new hustle? When I say that it's going to take you a good year to get Hustle Camp down, plus there's some other stuff that's coming. And that's why I chased away all of the people who are not interested in this because they're going to miss the good stuff. So it's not a hustle. This is not something you're going to do temporarily. This is foundational building. And for those of you who are like, okay, if I join Hustle Camp now, what can I get? I'm going to get into that. So be sure to stay on because there are courses you can literally start tonight. I know, crazy, right? So it's not a hustle. Rich kids, what this is a blueprint that almost looks like Hebrew. Let's put that blueprint of my life. I did not read this. I did not go to a course. This is what I did. Let's start with the first stage, which is manage your money. Now, why is this so important? Manage your money. Boom, boom, boom. Because foundationally, if you go ahead and create a sound financial life, manage the money you already have, then make more. When you make more, it's really going to go well. Okay. So that's another thing. So that's the end goal. Now I'm going to jump into some more stuff in a minute. So just hang on. I'm going to talk about some stuff. So let's get rid of that. Someone asked how to participate in live streams. Just for you guys who come later, you need to go ahead and go below this live stream and get on the email list, because before I do a live stream, I email everybody on that list that, hey, there's a stream that's coming and the benefits. Now, what we're going to do with this is, I'll just go from the beginning. We're going to go from where you are now, which is maybe financially distressed. I don't know. We're going to go there. Then we're going to straighten that up, because one of the things I've learned from doing all these courses, all of these years, is you need to have a good foundation. And my goal is to give you guys a good foundation. That's the plan. That's the whole enchilada. So before I teach you how to start a business, and for those of you who are interested in that, that will be coming. It's called BATS. That's right. Business Accelerator Transformation School. I know, right? Weird name. But let's look at it. I went through that process. I need to move this because it's a little bit too close for comfort. See, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. This is called doing live streams with no net, just going for it, just brutal stuff. So it'll be a little bit better back there. All right. So what is Business Accelerator Transformation School? It is what I went through before I could become a business person. I had to do the very things that I'm telling you that you have to do and to teach you and to train you, right? And a lot of people are not getting there. So, like I said, this is just for the people who are interested in Hustle Camp. Let's go in here. What's up, Josh Barr? Yeah. What's up, Jay Fleming? T King. What's going on? What's up, Isaac? Let's get it. What's up, Diana? What's up, Victoria? AM Kent, first live stream viewer. Congratulations. Deadline is all you want to know. Okay, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna really get into that. It's Glendon. What's up, Sassy Moxie? I'm not even gonna say your name since you're messing up mine. Uplifted Productions finally got in on the live stream. Been watching most of the day later. Great info on the way. By the way, thank you. What's up, AK Angel? What's up, Carlton? What's up, Coach Maine? We're not going to talk about that, Ray Jean. We're going to talk about Hustle Camp. And if that's not your thing, you probably want to buy out. Also, set up YouTube alerts. What's up, Milky McGee? That's a smooth name. All right, so let me get in here and I'm going to show you. Let's see. Let me actually come out here because what it will do is you'll get to see yourself, and there's no point in you seeing yourself. So I'm going to take you along the path. All right, so here we go. Bam. All right, so I'm gonna present this to everybody. Now that I'm in there, all right, this is Hustle Camp. $600. Now for the deadline, I don't know what the deadline is, and I know that sounds like kind of crazy, right? Because I'm an internet marketer and I need to be telling you what the deadline to get you to buy tonight. No, let me be real clear. If you're in a financially pressed situation, do not buy. Do not put this on your credit card if you can't afford it. Do not put yourself in harm's way. This is going to be a long-term training, and the results, there won't be in this quick result. So if you need that money to pay your rent or whatever, keep it. Now, for those of you who want to know about the deadline, as I add more stuff, and I'll just kind of walk you through this here, because you buy Hustle Camp, you get disruptive money, how to never be broke, the $25 hustle, 10 essential steps to hustling, becoming the boss, very, very important, the Craigslist marketing course, and Hustle Camp. Hustle Camp is part of this. And then Epic Resale, and then 30 Days to 2,500, and Fat Cat Secrets, which I'll be doing the first leg this week. We're in Georgia, and for some reason, well, not for some reason, we're under a tropical storm watch. We may not have power tomorrow. This is one of the reasons I'm here. I'm letting the staff know, like, hey, don't come in if it's looking crazy in the morning. So regardless of what happens, it looks like we should be good to go to start Wednesday. The goal was to start Tuesday, but if the power goes out, we got to do what we got to do. So you can sign up for Hustle Camp and actually start working on 30 Days to 2,500, because this is going to be layered over several weeks. Now, why is it going to be layered over several weeks? Someone asked, it's like, I have a full-time job, I'm working on this, can I do Hustle Camp? This is not a full 40-hour, 20-hour course load, because most people cannot, they don't have that kind of free time. But you do have 30 minutes to an hour a night, and you'll have information that every day you'll do a little bit, and then you'll get an invite to the Facebook group, and we'll have more stuff. And it's going to be information and content that's given to you at a pace that you can handle, versus this fire hose of information that will just drown you, and you can't do the exercises properly. You can't get feedback. Plus, I am slowly building the Facebook group of like-minded individuals. There's no motivation posts. There's no crazy stuff. Everybody's in there trying to get to that end goal of making rich kids. Now, there's a great deal of benefit in that for you, because let's say you don't have kids right now, but you want to get married in the future, and you want your kids to have, let's say one of your goals is to have your kids' college fund funded before they're born. Now, how do you do that? You're going to need a business, because you're going to need either very high income or you're going to need a business to create high income. That's the only way that's going to happen, right? So we take you through the process once you get that foundation of being on the budget, managing your money correctly, then escalating your income. Now, I'm going to kind of go down here and I'm explain why I'm doing this. And this is something we will get to this. Now, this is part of this because when we get to BATS, and I like the name of that, Business Accelerator Transformation School. I love the name of that. The reason I have this little dude in here is because when you go from becoming an employee to a boss, it's a growth process. It's a transformation. It's not overnight and it's hard. And it's a skill set that you can develop, but it's going to take time. So this is one of the things that I put in there that you can start looking at, because you got to change your mindset to become the boss. You do. Now, there are many of you who are like, hey, I want to get in, but my bread isn't right. Okay. Under the live stream is what I call the not a pre-sale, it's a prepay. You don't have the bread. There's like 3 to 4 different ways that you could pay every 2 weeks, every month. And once you pay that, then after your final payment, it will be like, hey, welcome to Hustle Camp, and we'll bring you in there. You're not going to be able to get in there before you pay. Now, the benefit to getting on the prepayment plan is whenever I raise the price, you're locked in. So for those of you who are kind of like sitting on the sidelines, there's a lot of reasons that you want to not sit on the sidelines, because let's say everything goes very well with my training and I don't have any emergencies or client issues and I'm able to start rocking and rolling. If I get the content that is on my editorial calendar up, I'm raising the price. And why am I raising the price? Because I am increasing value. That is why I'm raising the price, because I'm increasing value. This is not like anything else that you're going to see on the internet. I'm not trying to be like anyone else. I am giving you what I know works because it worked for me. And here's another little wrinkle that's very, very important. Because I have been teaching people and training people, I know a few things that some other folks don't. The foundation is important. So before I give you the stuff that's going to be in BATS, I have to give you the stuff, the foundational stuff, the foundational training and tools and tips and insights, so BATS will be successful. Because let's say I put $2,500 on BATS and start teaching that, and then I'm getting people in who never had a business, who the information is good, but they're not prepared for it, so they really can't utilize it. It's like you get a sniper rifle, right? But you don't know how to shoot. You're not going to get maximum benefit, and you might end up hurting yourself. So, there's things to do on the side, depending upon your freedom level in terms of personal time, as well as do the new coursework, because you have these courses, which are done. You can go ahead and take, and let me just pop off in the Hustle Camp tab. Hustle Camp, as you can see, is, there's what's in there. Okay. This is what's in there so far. Now, this is what the boot camp's going to be about. I'm going to wrap all this stuff up, take questions, will not be on YouTube. It will be a regular webinar. And then I will go to the phase 2. Then we will have the Fat Cat Secret. There's something that's on here, but I'm going to start also do the first leg of the pre-business credit, because it's going to take time to get that stuff set up. So I was like, yeah, I need to go ahead and do that. Teach you the things you need to do to start setting up for the business credit. And one of the first things that you need to do is to get your personal credit straight. It's got to be straight, or you're going to have problems. That's just the reality to it. So, folks are like kind of waiting, and I don't want you to wait. I mean, the sooner you get in, the sooner that you can start making some big changes. So let's see. What's up, Malik? You hooked on the videos? Appreciate it. They're on the I believe. What's happening, brother? Been watching for a week. Life-changing info. Good deal. I'm glad you like it. What's up, Marquise? What's up, Sabrina? Sure thing, T King. Oh, there'll be a lot more. Wow, a 1% conversion rate will equal 60K for you. So, gee, I will break that down in a minute. I'll tell you the whole plan in a minute. But it's just to give people information, because this is something that you need to learn as a marketer or a business person. Back in the day, before we became drowned in information and content, You needed to have touch points. And this is the time that people engage with your marketing material, your content, 1 to 7 times. Now, and then it went up to people needed to see your content before they would buy 10, 12 times. Now, I think it's really at about 20 to 35 times that people need to see your stuff, believe your stuff, accept yourself, to digest it. So I'll be having this kind of message again and again because that's what it takes to be successful today. Gothic Angels, let's learn how to hustle. I opened up a credit union last month. You making me motivated and believe in you, man. Live from Houston. Good luck with the storm. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hit us that bad. I think people in the panhandle are just going to catch it, but we will see. Hopefully it will die out or not be as bad as people think it will be. Now, part of being successful is being real. And this is something that I've seen, and this is one of the reasons that I'm not really affiliated with a lot of people. I've been part of groups where new people, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, came in and they drank the Kool-Aid. Now, the information wasn't bad. The information was top-notch. But if you don't have that foundational stuff, it's very hard to apply that upper level information and training. And that's the big problem no one talks about, because it happened to me with 30 days to 2,500. I had one guy who took the course and he went from 30 grand a month to 100,000 a month from that course. But let's break it down. He already had a business. He already knew what he was doing. He was positioned for success. Then I had people who took the course and were like, what? This ain't working for me. And why didn't it work? They had no business. They didn't know what they wanted to do. They were looking for something. And that's why if you're in that situation where you don't know what you want to do, hustle, experiment, because what's happening is everybody's trying to do the big jump, quit the job, start the business, make mad bank, and not work that hard. All of that, that's too much. You're doing way too much. If you can keep your job, because one of the things with Hustle Camp, you don't have to quit your job. I'm not going to recommend you quit your job. You're going to need income coming in that is going to support you, pay the mortgage, pay the car payment, pay babysit, whatever, buy food. You're going to need money like that. And this is the situation, because I went through this, and I'll break it down. I got out of the boarding house. I got one job, learned a lot, got another job, and one more job. Then I bounced, and I've been self-employed ever since. But there was a period where I left my situation, but I didn't leave jobs until, because it's hard. Okay. And it's not about you being stupid. It's not about you not having heart and desire. If you don't have the skills, you don't have the skills. And you're going to go out in this marketplace and compete. And there's another thing, and we were having this discussion today. There are people who crush it online, but if they had to run a physical business, they'd go bankrupt. And then there are people who are crushing it offline with a physical business and can't get their arms around how to run an online business. I don't believe that the internet levels the playing field. The internet is a completely different field unto itself. And that's why so many people have problems. But if you're really good in the physical world and you went through your trials and tribulations and bumps and bruises, and you're willing to learn and humble yourself, you could pretty much crush it in time online. So that's what it takes. This is what I need. I mean, this is the reality, because, going back to becoming the boss, you go from one day where you're taking orders and getting a check to the next day you're giving orders and writing checks. Your name is on the front of the check. It's not on the back of the check. That's a lot. That's a lot. What's up, Nigel? What's up, Sam? When I grew up, you were glad to get a job. Nowadays, woofy. That's wild. Let's see if we can put a little bit more stability on that, because it's just rocking left and right. All right, that should be good. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And, I'll do more streams like this, and I'll break down what Hustle Camp is. Nigel just read that article by Cracked. I mean, it's the reality. You have people out here who, for some reason, are living fantasy lives, even though reality is like this big, vicious dog that is biting them in the butt every day. And they're like, no, that dog ain't there. Why does my butt hurt? A lot of people don't want to live with reality. Reality is rough or woof. It's just the reality of it. Get it? Like I said, this is just a little short stream just to explain to the people who are asking. So if you're on the fence, continue to watch. That's cool because I'll be talking about it again. But if your holdup is when does this start? I don't, what do I get to do? You can sign up tonight and you can literally start on courses tonight. You can literally start training because here's the thing. It's going to take you time to do the work. So that's why I say get in like as soon as possible. T King, what's the first day of class? Class is, hold on. I'm going to go back because this is what I'm here for. And I'm going to explain that because I think I didn't explain that correctly. You're going to see yourselves here for a minute. And then I'm going to go in here. Okay. Let's go back over it. All right. First day of class is the day that you sign up. Let's see. Can I? What's it going to do? Yeah, you can't get in there. This is, I have a real customer service person that answers stuff. You can even text her. You're going to start doing your projects. You're going to start doing your tasks. So this is day 1. This is day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. See, this is what I mean. There's already content there. Now, this is the static content. Now, the boot camp is after you do this, then I do an overview, a webinar, and answer questions for whatever difficulty you have. Because, see, it's a lot easier when you do this and you say, hey, Glendon, I was on day 1 and I had some questions about day 1 versus these general questions that are only based upon general ideals. So this is more concrete, more helpful. And then after we do that stream, then I will go to the second phase and then I will do Fat Cat Secrets. Once again, I will break down and explain a lot of stuff because an LLC is just a tool and it doesn't make money without a right strategy, property, assets, cash. It's just a tool. And I'll go from the raw beginning on what you need to do because, I had a question, which I'll probably answer tomorrow. I want to do some stuff and I'm waiting to start my business because I need to something else. You don't have to wait. You do something called concurrently. You go ahead and file your articles of organization and you start running your business because that cash flow, man, that cash flow. So there is no first day. It's first boot camp. And, come out of there. That's the thing. So once again, you sign up, you begin immediately. Chris McDonald, what? Come on. Chris McDonald, damn name on the front of the check instead of the back of the check. All right. We don't use that word around here, Chris. If I wait until the end of the semester to go to Houston, I'll still have time. Houston will be rebuilding for years. Yeah, it's all over the place. I don't know what's going to happen with Miami because the thing is, it's hard to say like Houston, it happened. You know what you're dealing with. It's there. I know what's coming. Maybe the storm misses Miami. I don't know. I have no clue. So we will jump on that. And like I said, I'm not going to like do a video of making money on destruction that didn't happen, or I'm going to wait and see what happens. Cause like I said, hopefully this thing is overblown. It isn't as bad as they say it is. So that was the thing. That's the whole deal. So I really don't know. But like I said, how long is this? Cause I wasn't going to stay on too long. Yep. Hey, what's up, Catherine? So that's the gist. And like I said, you keep asking questions. You got a question, you can ask Patty, Patti at bschoolforhustlers.com. She'll get back with you. She may not be in the office tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. So thanks. Ramsey's appreciate it. Trend falling 1-on-1 on the storm. So, I mean, that's kind of the thing because, I will walk you through what happened with me. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was in the military for almost 7 years, got out, went to work at Northside Hospital, had a part-time job at Scottish Rite, and I was living. And, and I tried to start those businesses. And then I went through a thing. And due to the implosion of my marriage, I found myself in a very bad physical and financial situation. Physically, I was homeless. Financially, I was broke. Not worse than broke, negative net worth, old people stuff. And I went through a long process of trying to dig myself out the hole. But see, I tried to dig myself out the hole through conventional means, working two jobs, working all overtime that I could do. And it didn't get it done. I changed my strategy. I did something unethical, and I still don't feel guilty. I knew that the jobs that I could get were not going to help me move to the next level. So I went to monster.com. I found 5 jobs I knew I could do. I didn't have any experience. I created a fake reference, and this was a long time ago when people still use beepers, pagers. And I went out and bought this thing. It was a voicemail, something that Google Voice does for free now. It's like 38 bucks a month. I spent my little nickels on that, and I practiced my Indian accent for weeks. And I had an Indian accent on the voicemail, and I got an interview with Rent a Crate. I went in, I aced it. They sent me an offer letter. They called me. I was on the living room floor in my East Point house. And I was like, oh God, it's the pager. So I had to leave my house. I didn't have a car at the time, walk down Cleveland Avenue and use a pay phone to call them back. And they's like, hey, Glenn didn't work for you? Oh, yes, he did. And 2 questions. Would you hire him again? And let's see. Did he work for you? And would you hire him again? That was the reference check. I was a little let down because I worked on my Indian accent. I can't do it now, but I mean, I worked on it. I was in the mirror and practice and stuff. Then I got that job that paid me like 3 times as much as I was making working those 2 jobs. And I met better people. I started networking. Then I was at Neocon, met some people. Oh, office furniture. Left Rent a Crate, started dealing with office furniture. Did that job, went to another job, office furniture, and then I was out. And I've not had a job since. So you got to change your strategy. And so, what's up, Jonathan Russell? What's up, Raquel? I don't know what you're talking about. You done the same thing. That's funny. I don't feel no. I mean, I did what it was. I had to do something because I got laid off from PowerTel with VoiceStream, which is now T-Mobile. And I was walking down Peachtree Street, coming back home, and I was like, I got to do something different because this ain't working. And I did it, and it worked out. You know, that's the thing. Mr. Patel. I was Mr. Patel. I was Ashnit Mr. Patel. Ashnit Patel. What's up, D Skinner? No. One of the things I do is I keep it congruent. So one of the things that we will do in BATS, which is, Business Accelerating Transformation School. I like that name. I'll talk about that stuff then, because one of the things is, and I'll just break it down. Let's say you got $50,000 to invest and you get 10% return. So you put that 50 somewhere and you get your 10% return. That's like $500 a month. But your 50 grand is tied up. You can go out and hustle hard and make $100 a day without a lot of effort, I might add, and make 2 to 3 G's and still have your 50 in your pocket to invest in businesses. So that's kind of my mindset. Hold on a second. We got something weird going on here. Let's get that out there. Okay, cool. I worked in the medical field. Everybody's name was Patel, so Patel, I think in Indians is like Smith in American. So that's what I did. And one of the things I have to tell you guys is you got to change your strategy, because there's only so many hours. And unless you have like an extremely high paying job where, let's say you're making $80 an hour, you work overtime, you're doing 120 and you bust out 40 hours a week on overtime. Yeah, that's going to change your life. Most of the time, I don't have that issue. This recently started this year because most of the folks who pop in, they are part of the G team. But yeah, that I've become really good, and this is a really good point. What you said about the moderator, Archangel 350 3579. I've become really good at setting up this stuff and moderating because it's a skill set. And I didn't know how to do this stuff before. I didn't know how to use Wirecast. I didn't know how to do all this stuff. I didn't know how to sub these mics. But now I've added more value to myself and my business. Patels are the hotel owners. That's wild. Okay. For those of you who are interested in Hustle Camp, the links are below. There's two ways to get in. You can pay $600, start immediately, or you can prepay either $100. I think I did $100 every 2 weeks, 150, and I think I got like a $200 option. And it's like every other week. So get you in there. Nima, what would you do to make money tomorrow? Craigslist, hustle, flip stuff, sell stuff. So that's what you would do if you have this immediate cash. Because here's the thing. You start a business and you get it up and running. It could take 2 to 3 weeks to 6 months before you see any cash. And that's one of the reasons that I'm saying is this going to take some time. If you were like in a hurry or you're broke or you were in some dire financial situation, do not buy the course because it's going to be like a slow ramp up to a lot of money. You will not get it like right now, but as you do these things, like let's just say you went ahead and did the net worth thing and then increased your income to the tune of $500 a month, right? So you manage your money better. You do some tax stuff. It could be a $10,000 swing. So you spend $600 and you realize $10,000 additional income in your life or additional money. That's a win, and I'll be plain and break it down like that for you because many people want lottery type hits. I spend $30, I make 30,000. I mean, seriously, this is where many people's mentality is, and it's foolish. It just doesn't work like that. Yeah, I think the housing issue is going to be crazy because, like, right here in Atlanta, if you're here in town, you need a hotel room tonight, you can't get one. They are booked solid. I've been seeing Florida plates all day long. I mean, I was on the highway and there was like 10 cars from Florida in front of me recently. Archangel, exactly. You need a hustle to pay for boot camp. Yep. I'm in the milk field. Farmer has a lot of Patels as well. I mean, hey, they get in there. Those Indians are about that bread. They're trying to change their lives. I believe that. Just go to the beginning of the channel, Nima, and look at the Craigslist videos. Just use a little search bar and go Craigslist, and it'll bring up a lot of stuff. Oh, you have something to sell. You just didn't realize the value of it. Everyone has something to sell unless you have absolutely nothing and you're living in a box. So that could be the thing. So once again, all the links are below. If you want to be a part of Hustle Camp, I will be back if we have power tomorrow and Tuesday, and I'll be breaking down these boot camps because the goal is to do 3 this week. That's the goal. We don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the goal. At least 1 or 2 is going to happen. That much I know. You've been pumping out videos hardcore, falling so behind. I really haven't. There's a point I used to put out like 3 in the storage auction time. I was putting out 3 and 5 a day. So this ain't nothing. Any city is a good hustle city. It's all about your mentality. Any place you can hustle, it's just about you. So that's the thing. All right. I'll catch you guys later. It's time for some Sunday night football. So I'm leaving the office and I'm leaving the stormtrooper here and I will be out. I am not going there with y'all and those dirty thoughts. Thanks for coming out on Sunday. I'll catch you guys later. Once again, the links are below for everything.